Happy New Year to all of you. Welcome to today's physical CPE program on data mining in Tally. We have with us Mr. Franklin here with us. On behalf of all the members present here and Office of SIRC, we welcome you, sir, for today's session. We will start today's proceedings with the invitation of the same person. Let us all raise for the motors and mark the respect to the institute.
यैषस्सुप्तेषु जाग्रति यैषस्सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमानः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते अस्मिन् लोकः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता
Thank you, Ms. Visitor. It's indeed my pleasure and privilege to introduce Franklin Devadas. Franklin Devadas is a Bachelor of Engineer from Madras University. More than 22 years of total experience working with various software product companies, expertise in understanding SMEs requirements, and has adequate domain knowledge in financial accounting, inventory management, and taxation. Working with the Tally for the past 16 years. Passionate in training people on IT adoption for businesses, enabling partners. Played a key role in enabling business owners, CAs, GSTPs, and more than 50 product knowledge sessions. Represented Tally as a speaker in more than 25 plus customer events during GST launch across South India. So it is great. I have great pleasure in presenting before you Mr. Franklin Devadas to handle today's session on data mining in Tally. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, 1 minute, sir. That's it. Pratibha. May I request to see Pratibha to come forward and present shawl and Ramesh to our Franklin, sir, as a token of our level devotion. Thank you, Pratibha. Over to Franklin, sir.
Good evening, everyone. It's good evening. It's a pleasure to be here in the institute to enable you on the Tally product. So basically, Tally history, every one of you might be knowing. Just I will tell you the history of Tally Prime. So Tally Prime was launched on November 9th, 2020. That was the first release of Tally Prime, release 1. And after that release 1.1, 2, and now 3. Finally now we have 3.0.1. So that is the latest release of Tally Prime. So basically Tally Prime is a game changer for Tally because we have moved from the keyboard typing mode to the mouse. So you can use mouse in Tally. Previously it was not the case. So you can scroll down, you can use right click, and you can access folders, so browsing through folders. So it's a complete change. So we have done a lot of changes in the kernel level programming also, and we have done changes in the data structure also. So that was in brief about the technical part of Tally Prime. Yeah. So Tally Prime release 3.0, the major features I will highlight. Apart from that, I have got some things that are useful for a chartered accountant, and for the present business scenario, some features that are useful, which everyone should know. So that also I will highlight. So first we will go with the features of Tally Prime release 3.0. Basically, you have seen a lot of change here between Tally, ERPN and Tally Prime. Just for an idea, how many of you are on Tally Prime? I know that you will be using licenses of Tally, but how many of you sitting here are on Tally Prime? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Fine. So this is you can see a lot of changes between Tally ERP and Tally Prime. There will be no clutter of buttons. So you can see that it is all clean. And many things have been simplified. So basically Tally works on 4 design principles. One is simplicity, flexibility, reliability and speed. These are the 4 design pillars of Tally. Simplicity, flexibility, reliability and speed. So whatever features that we bring in the product will reflect any one of these design principles. So Tally Prime release 3.0, actually it is more simpler and more flexible. So Tally ERP9 was simple, but this is more simpler. Tally ERP9 was flexible, this is more flexible. That was flexible, this one is more flexible. Okay, so first we have introduced something called as multi-GSTM. Multi-GSTM in Tally Prime release 3.0. See, basically this is brought for the companies which have got branches across states. So it's a group entity, for example, or it's an entity which has got branches across states. Now in Tally we have created companies like KBCL Private Limited Chennai, KBCL Private Limited Karnataka, KBCL Private Limited Delhi. Like that we have to create different companies, because with respect to one company you can handle only one GSTN. You can tag only one GSTN. Here in Tally Prime release 3.0, what we have done is we have made one company to tag to multiple GSTNs. So meaning you can see a consolidated GSTR1 in Tally Prime release 3.0. Previously it was not possible. This was a requirement for many years. Because since I am in the company for quite some time, so I know that this is a requirement from the customers for many years before. So we have given that. So just I will tell you where to go to enable that. So company F11. See here you will be giving the state, the registration type and the GST number. You can create another state. For example, you want to create some other state. And you can create the state. So this GSTN will again tag to the same company. So likewise you can create any number of GSTNs and it will get tagged. And one more thing is once you are creating this another GST registration for the same company, it will automatically create the voucher types. It will automatically create, for example, Karnataka, KA, TN, likewise it will automatically create and it will generate and keep it. So that when you make entries, you can select the state that you want to put entry and then the corresponding voucher type will come and it will get reflected in the voucher. For example, I will just show you. So this is the enabling point. So if I come to voucher, you can see here, it is Karnataka registration. So if I go to company tax, that is the button you have to click for change of registration. Okay, so this is Kerala registration. So this is KAPV. So likewise you can change registrations using this button. So by this what will happen? You will be able to make entries of different states. Okay, sales entries using this feature, and you will be able to see a consolidated GSTR1. So this is the console. Here you can see at the top, you can see all registrations unreconciled. All registrations it is mentioned, and here if I go, I can just change it to anything like Telangana or whatever. So here now it is Telangana. Likewise you can see individual or consolidated, whatever is required.
For single state, you can create more than one GST number.
For single state, okay.
So more than two GST number you can create. So you told based on state you are doing. So I have in Chennai as well as in special economic zone. So two companies I have.
So you have two GSTs in the same state.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in that case,
For example,
For the same company also.
same company. So one will be in Chennai and one
okay.
another will be in special economic zone, which I have to have two GST number.
Okay, for example, here already Karnataka is there. Correct, no? So we will create another Karnataka. Any GST number? Wait, we will copy it from there only. No, no. It's a name problem. Name Karnataka registration was there, no? So I have
But you
changed
can
it.
create.
You can create.
Okay.
That's what I wanted. Okay. Now this GSTR1 consolidated you can see as well as individual you can see, and voucher entry I have shown that different states that you can enter the vouchers. See, one more thing. We will go to GSTR1. See, there will be situations where some person,
from unregistered he will become regular, or some regular dealer will become composite. So anything is possible. So till now we have not got that bifurcation of transactions. That till date he is URD and after today he is registered. So that bifurcation we didn't have previously in Tally. So now we have brought a concept of effective date. For example, here in Milan Home Appliances, so he is in regular. For example, I make him as composite. Then I save. Then this will ask for an effective date. Meaning till today he is in regular. Today he has become composite. So I need to segregate that till today he is regular and from tomorrow onwards he is composite. For that this effective date is given. Here you can mention the date. Whatever is the date, you mention so that it will bifurcate. This is the same with URD to regular or regular to anything, vice versa. See, this effective date is also applicable in all the places. Wherever something you are changing which will affect the GST returns, it will ask for an effective date. Okay, for example, I will get into 2B, GSTR 2B. See, one transaction. Okay, this transaction, for example, this transaction I want to account for in the next month for GST. Why? Because I didn't get the invoice this month, it has come at the back end of the month. So I want to account it in the next month. For that, what I will do, I will select the transaction and say set effective date. Set effective date. So here I will put 1st September. For example, this is August return. I will put 1st September so that it will go to 1st September month for GST returns. But actually, it will be in the books as whatever date you have mentioned. Okay. So this effective date is also applicable. If suppose I want to change after the return is filed, it will go as an amendment. So this is also another view of effective date. So one usage is dealer status changing. Second usage is filing date or where you want to account for the ITC. See, first one is multi GST and second one is GSTR 2A 2B. Reconciliation is given in Tally from release3.org. So I will just show you 2B. So 2A is dynamic, 2B is static, as you all know. So I will not explain anything on that. So here, period is August. So something we have done in this import and all. See, that is Tally will sense which GSTN number for which you are downloading the file, whether it is 2A or 2B. If it's a different GSTN number, it will not load only. If it's a different month, then also it will not load. If it's so any error you cannot do. Basically, only that particular GSTN and a particular month file it will upload or import. If it's a wrong file, it will not take only. Okay. One more thing, if you have downloaded a zip file, Tally, we have done this change inside Tally that it will automatically unzip and load. You need not unzip unzip the file. If you have downloaded a zip file, it will automatically unzip and load. Okay. So now, just I will show you, this is GSTR 2B. So this file I am importing. So while importing, so it is importing the transactions. There are some 57 transactions. So the blue one is the portal imported data, and black is our books. So I can have this view voucher wise. So here you have got different buckets: mismatched, mismatch in return, available only in books, available on portal, excluded but available on portal, then reconcile. Okay, so basically the reconciliation will be just the same in 2A also. So basically the 2A file is not available, so that's the reason I am showing it in 2B. So see, there will be we have bucketed the type of errors that will happen in GSTR 2A reconciliation. Meaning someone is putting 001 instead of 1. So prefix of 0 is a issue. Second one is they will have some special characters prefixed or suffixed in the voucher number. Okay, and then some special characters is also there. So basically these things we have segregated, and here we have given it. See here you can see use voucher number and date as supplier invoice number and date. So it has to be the same. So sometimes it might be like there are some small mismatches between the supplier invoice number and date and our voucher number and date. So that if I make it as yes, that error will be eradicated. So basically that will be reconciled. Second, ignore 0 if prefixed with supplier document number. For example, number is correct. If it is 189, 189 is correct, but they have added 2 zeros. It doesn't matter. Basically the number is correct. So I will make it yes. Ignore special characters if used in supplier document number. Okay, so that is prefix something they have put, so that and all I can ignore because the main thing is the number. So I have not made the change, so it is asking because since it will affect the returns, it is asking the effective date. If we give the effective date, then it will say, see, if you say accept, GST status will be updated while opening returns. If you say you, it will accept master and update GST status of vouchers around, or you can go back. If I say yes, then it will update. So it is updating the status. I have given yes. It is updated the status. Basically based on the configuration that we have given now that it has, but this is a static file, get to be file. So 2A also we can do like this for the same only. We have to download the corresponding 2A file and we have to import and we have to match it. See, here it's a return view. Here you can see it's a return view. Okay. So ITC available, reversal of ITC, ITC unavailable, everything is there. So here if you go and see, you can see the status. What is the status? See here you can see whether ITC is available or not. There is a column there. ITC is available or not. If suppose, see here in ITC unavailable, for example here it is not available. Why? Because point of sale and buyer state are different. So availability and unavailability, it will give the reason. So 2A you can after fixing this configuration, that is after configuring that prefix with 0, prefix with special characters, then you have to go to 2A like I went to 2B. then you have to import the 2A statement and then you have to reconcile it. And you can set status whatever is required. That here if you see here if you see you can change the status, set GST status. Okay, here it is excluded or mismatched, or you can say whatever you want to set. That is the GST status of that particular voucher in GSTR 2A, 2B and 3B. So this is GST status. You can set status. Okay, and this is for you to get into the voucher. So, and then is that GST portal view. So this is the portal view of the same invoice. See, I am here in the return. I click on GST portal view. So it will give me the portal view of the invoice, how it is provided in the portal. And if I click here, it will give the GSTR 2A form and GSTR 2B form. So here you can have all filtrations and all configurations done. Here there is something called as basis of value. You can show report of all transactions or mismatched only. If you want to see only mismatched, you can say mismatched. Or if you want to see only reconcile, you can see only reconcile, unreconciled. So it's a bucketing of transactions. So that will come. Say I put mismatched, so no mismatch it is saying. That is basis of values. Okay. So likewise you can do your GSTR 2A, 2B reconciliation using Tally registry.o. Then we have done some changes in the GST rate setup. That is, we have made it much more simplified. I will come to stock item. Any change you see, sir, between Tally ERP and Tally Prime? Any change you see in this screen? Stock item?
That will reduce
Tally ERP name users? Anyone? Yeah. So how it will be in Tally ERP and how is this?
the GST rates and that right hand side part will not remain.
Perfect. Basically in Tally ERP name, you have to go set alter GST details, yes, then a subform will open where you will find this HSN GST rate and all. Now we have given it on the face of it, that is on the main screen itself, main stock item creation itself. We have given the HSN and GST rate. Here you can go and specify. You can specify, if you want to specify the details here, you can say specify here and you can specify the details here. Okay, and likewise for GST rate also. So we have made it much more simpler. Okay, so this rates, HSN details and rate setup. This one actually you can have a detailed report here also in GST reports, in GST utilities. There is a GST rate setup. Here the F12 will be there. You can press F12, say show source of GST details, yes. Source of HSN, yes. Now if you come and see source of HSN details. So this one is in stock item. This HSN is in stock item. This stock items HSN is in stock group, and Voltas stock items HSN is derived from or inherited from company. Okay. Likewise for GST also. So source of GST details you can see. It is first one is defined in stock item. Second, this is Daikin is defined in company, and this one is LG is defined in stock item. So basically, you can have the source of GST details column by pressing F12. Here you will have the option of enabling source of GST details. Here you will be able to see the complete history of the stock item. So this is in GST utilities. In GST reports, GST utilities, if you go in GST rate setup, you can find this option. Okay. Now, if you go into voucher, here we have given GST analysis. Here also you will get this source of GST details and HSN details. So basically, we have made it more simpler for anyone who is coming new into the product of Tally Prime. And one most important thing that we have introduced in Tally Prime is digital payments. So till date we have not done anything on the digital payment side. So now we have introduced digital payments in Tally. By this you will be able to send QR code or payment link from Tally. That is, while you are generating invoice, you can imbibe QR code or payment link. Okay, just I will show you one sample. For example, I am taking this entry, so I want to imbibe QR code or payment link. So before that, I will tell you some configurations. You have to go to company F11. Here you have got an option called enable payment request to share payment link / QR code. This you have to first enable. Once you enable this, it will ask you to create a merchant profile. So this you have to create. So as of now, we have got tied up with PayU, Razorpay and UPI payments. Okay, so you can just create a merchant profile. Once that is done, you are ready to go live. Here we have given an option also. Here if I press F12, here we have given option to save payment link while generating reports. While you are generating reports also, you can generate payment link. That option also we have given. Secondly, payment link expiry. For example, I generate a payment link. It can't be that it is it is timeless. There should be some limit, time limit. So for that, actually we have given this set payment link expiry. For example, it's a practical scenario. For example, I am having a vendor for whom I have given a credit period of 10 days. So I will put here payment link expiry of 10 days, because beyond that I will calculate interest or whatever. So based on that logically we have given this set payment link expiry. Okay, so now I am just going into the transaction. Okay, here you have to go to exchange, generate payment link. There are two options. Okay, if suppose you have created a ledger, then you can use current. If you have not created a ledger, for example, it's a cash transaction where you are going to give to some party, then you can select others, and for that also you can create a QR code. So now I am selecting current. I am saying so QR code is generated successfully. So I go to print. So I can see QR code. So very simple and very effective. It will be applicable in all our outgoing statements, ledger outstandings, your reminder letters. So, and when you send a ledger outstanding, you can send it along with a payment link or a QR code so that the particular person can pay it directly. One more thing we have introduced. See, voucher number. see basically once they have generated e-invoice, or if they have generated any invoice, they are not supposed to change that number. Okay, as per rules. But so while generating e-invoice, this is made much more complicated, meaning they can never do that. So because of that, we have introduced a new concept called retained voucher numbering. For example, I delete that voucher. I delete that 54 number voucher, but still that slot will be blocked. It will not be overrun, or for example, it will not renumber again, because the whole series will get jumbled. So we have introduced this only for the sake of this e-invoicing customers, so that they don't have any problem in the e-invoicing invoice numbering. So this is here whatever vouchers you have deleted, it will come as unused. Select unused voucher, so that will be available for you to select and reuse it. But it will be coming as unused voucher numbers. So you will not have the problem of this voucher number getting jumbled and all. So this one is also introduced in Tally Prime Release 3.0 only. If you go to see here, you have got all the configurations for voucher numbering. See, show unused voucher numbering, retain original voucher number behavior. So this is the option, retain original number voucher behavior. So these things you can make use of, or you can share the knowledge with your clients. Okay. Yeah.
Even though, see, we have made every certificate and sales invoice, everything is done. Again, if I want to raise an invoice of 10, so the voucher, the new voucher will come, right? New voucher, it will not jump.
It will not jump.
Okay, so
It will be inserted between those two vouchers. For example, 10 and 12. It will be inserted on 10, but the number will not jump.
Okay, so which means that after 15, for example, the voucher number 101 is going. And again, I am raising an invoice dated 10, then 102 will come on 10. Is it so like that only?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. That slot will not jumble, I'm saying.
Okay. So that the effective date when it will come.
Effective?
The effective date is on the 10th itself I can raise an invoice.
Same date only. That date will not differ. That date, see, basically this concept is you will not see any jumbling of numbers.
This is only for sales only applicable or even for the other vouchers also?
See, you go to this voucher type, everywhere it will be there. Basically, any type of voucher can be deleted and inserted and added. It will be.
It is a very problem.
It's a very big problem actually. Practically it's a very big problem. That's the
Because
reason.
sometimes we will sequentially file the data and everything, and afterwards it's every time we can do it.
Yes, sir. So that's what we have rectified this. And so for people who are using Tally Prime, have you ever, maybe you might be using, I'm just asking you, that Save View feature? Have any of you used Save View? Used. Okay. Used in auditing or content. Fantastic. So that was my next. Okay. See, we have changed the filters. All the F12 range, usually people use in Tally admin all the F12 range and they put the filter and use it. Now we have tried to make it more simpler. So in that effort you can see here, apply filter. Okay. So if I put, for example, cash, it will just filter cash. So out of some curiosity, I am doing it like this. There is something called as multi-filter also. See here, any field that you use in the voucher, all the fields are here. You can use any field to filter. If it's a vehicle number, any field that is listed here, you can use to filter. Okay, that makes your filtration much more extensive. Now I am saying ledger amount. Voucher type. So it's a full year data. Within fraction of a second it is filtered and given. So I have put cash payment 20k. So it has given me greater than 20k, whatever is the transaction. Here only I will stress on the advantage of prime. Same thing can be done in tally account also. I don't deny that. But if I press escape from here, what will happen? In tally account, fully it will come. And again when I come back, again I have to put the filter. Now here you can see, sir, I am using this save view. Okay. Cash, I am just naming it according to my bill. So I am making this as a default view and I am giving an additional configuration and I am making it for this company. I want to save with the same selected period. So press yes. Okay. Now where this report will be, whether I have to go again through the path. For that we have given go to all your saved views will be there. Any number of reports you can save, it will get displayed here. So I went to go to, I entered on cash 20k, the report is ready. So when you go to a client, you will not want to see the data as such. So you will want to tweak it and see in the way that you want. For example, like this, you can do it. Secondly, if you go with stock summary, this is the default stock summary. But I don't like it that way, I want to see it this way. For example, inward, outward, closing. So what I will do, I will save this as my stock summary with additional configuration, same masters, I will select. Now if I go to, the stock summary is there. So powerful it is. It will save a lot of your time. It will make your auditing easy. So basically we have given this one mainly for the sake of chartered accountants, so that their auditing and voucher filtering will be made much more easier. So you can make use of it. So that is one reports filter. I have shown you payment status also now. Okay, duplicate invoice. You want to find duplicate invoice? Okay. Duplicate entry meaning same.
They made twice, but different dates and sometimes same date.
You can tweak it, tweak the filter. See, whatever data you are saying, correct, sir, same thing. You are saying that amount 20k.
The amount are everything,
Ledger.
but 2 times they post entered.
Oh, okay. See, if you pass the filter, if you configure the filter and you put the filter, no, it will throw 2 transactions.
unless we put the invoice number, let us enter twice, then only we find it, otherwise outlet.
No, amount.
Enter twice.
Correct, sir. Ledger name you know, no?
Okay.
Ledger name you put.
We don't know which fully the transactions, anything, we entered twice. We only once, body shop.
Okay, duplicate entries. Any analysis?
There's an option for data analysis.
For this we are exporting this to the Excel.
Okay, Excel and you are finding the duplicate.
Formatting and we are finding duplicate.
Some data analysis reports are exceptions.
This invoice number, same invoice repeating twice.
See, that is there. See, basically in the report filter it is not there. It is not there. In the report filter it is not there. But we have given something, this is for auditors, analysis and verification. There you can go into analysis and verification. So this one actually, this has got a complete auditing procedures. So basically you can verify chart of accounts, verify stock items.
So there is a repeated transaction.
Repeated transaction is there.
That's only value.
Value.
This is based on value. This is for rent, that sort of things. Fine, sir. I will just. But to duplicate, there is no straight method to find out a duplicate entry. But
Sir, but when entering itself, it is not allowed. If you are entering the vendor invoice number, so already it is based in the database, it should not allow to pass an entry.
see, tally will not work. See, there are types of voucher numbering. If it is automatic voucher numbering, any
Not about that. The vendor will give their own invoice. So in that invoice number only we are going to feed. So while feeding it, next time the same number if we feed, it should not allow.
Now there is a error message will come, but it will we can pass it.
See, basically it will say duplicate entry. So basically it will just say duplicate entry, but it will not stop you there.
Okay.
It will not stop you. For example, if you are passing a sales invoice, stock is not there, it will say negative stock, but it will not stop you. Basically the logic of tally is, we will not stop your business, but we will throw that error, that this is not there. But still, we will allow it, because business should not be stopped by software. So that is the logic we have built the software. So in your case, it will say that it is duplicate entry, but still it will allow.
So if some error passes and still we are going forward, there should be some report to say that these are the entries which was passed with a notification. So based on this notification report, we can identify what.
There is an exception report actually.
That exception is there. These are all for negative stock, negative ledgers, cancel. So these are all there, but what you you are saying that wherever we receive notification,
A report should come. So all entries which was passed,
report consisting of entries passed with notification.
it may be negative, it may be duplicate or negative cash, whatever may be.
No, see, these are all tracked. So whatever I am saying is negative stock, negative ledgers is all tracked. But what you are saying is different.
Negative track, what I am saying is even this negative cash, it will show pop-up.
Correct.
So even that if a pop-up comes, you should go to that report. So
That's
as a
what.
monitor, we will know that what are the errors they have made after the system pop-up.
Understood.
So that
What are the errors that they have made compelling
yes.
without
And
more than
so apart from that, if there is any alteration made, That alteration also we have to know. Suppose they are passing on entry today, tomorrow morning they are coming.
Okay, I will tell you. So I will discuss this because I am going to explain something called as edit log.
So you have law.
Edit log. I tell you.
Okay.
It is next actually. Audit trail. Audit trail has been introduced into Tally 2 years before, but government has not enacted it. So I will show you that. Whatever you are saying, it gets tracked there. Anything, any comma, full stop gets tracked. Okay. So they have given a mandate that it should be a separate product. It cannot be a enablement. For example, I go to F11. Okay. And here I give you one option, enable edit log or enable audit trail. So that is not the case. They have told, the government has told categorically, it should be a separate product. So we have made a separate product that I will explain. I think that will solve your all your queries. Second, there is one more thing in Tally that is already there. Tally audit features. Okay, Tally audit features is there. That will tell you who has entered. This is the basic thing. That is tell you in normal Tally itself you can find out who has entered, who has altered. That is there. That is for normal things. Okay. But that edit log, just explain. So that is for as per MCA or whoever has to comply by that audit trail norms, private limited companies. So that I will explain. Now, see, I am trying to cover something in the shorter time. So there is something called as mark vouchers. See, the concept of mark vouchers is, so first you have to go here and enable it. So the concept of mark vouchers have been created just for you, meaning chartered accountants. Okay, or people who are auditing the clients. For example, you work on the data, you take the data from the customer. Okay, you work on the data, you make some changes. Again, you give back the data. So there is a gap between the data that you give and the data that the customer has, client has. Okay, so to bridge this gap, we are given this. Meaning, once you get the data, just you have to enable it. Modify vouchers. Okay, now I have made it. Okay. Now what I will do, I will go anything, any change, some change I am making, I am passing a journal entry, I am editing some entry, something I will do. Okay. Now the changes what I have made will come to me as a report. Only the changes that I have made. It can be a creation, it can be an alteration, or it can be any editing. Everything is considered to be a change. So any change that you made on the client's data will be given to you as a separate report. So, for example, see, there is mark vouchers. Here is the report. So what I will do, I will export it. I will export it as a XML. I will export it and I will give it to the client. So he can import it. So once you give, your data and the client's data will be at the same level. The difference between your data and client's data is that your changes only is not there. So that changes will be exported as a XML and he is using Tally only. So you can import. So this is very useful while you do your auditing. And this was given only for you people, nothing else, because clients don't use this. Because clients don't have any requirement like this. Okay. So there is something called as Tally reports in browser. Tally reports in browser. Have anyone heard about this? Tally reports in browser. We call it as TRIB. Okay. What it is? So this is a company. This also is for your usage. I'm saying. Okay. Your client can give your email ID as a TRIB user. TRIB user. So by that, what he will do? He is authorizing you to see his reports, data on your mobile or on any device. It is so according to the device that you open, it will change the scale. For example, if it is opened in mobile, it will change into a portrait thing, and if you are opening it in a browser, it will change to a landscape thing. Okay, it will change the dimensions automatically. Tally. Okay, so it's a browser report. Okay, so for that. Here I have to give enable browser access for reports. This alone you have to give yes. Okay. Now I will go, I will say connect. Just a minute. It's a request and response mode. Your data will not flow into his mobile or into his gadget. It is a request and response. I give a request, I get a response. That's all. Okay. So okay. So now I say connect. Basically, once I get connected, I can go into customer portal. That is for you. Once your email ID is given, you will get a password. So you can use that email ID and password. Go to Tally Solution site, put the email ID and password. It will open this company for you. Company will be saying it will say connected. Okay. So once it is connected, then you can see all the reports.
Even in offline also it is available, sir?
No, online only.
I mean, so the server must be on, right?
Not server. Your company, that is the Tally company, particular company should be connected.
So this means that must be online.
That's what. Internet connect online. For that, actually, we have one thing called. We have come up with Tally Prime on AWS also. Cloud is also there. That I will explain last. It's a connectivity issue. Okay. So now I go into Tally. So here you have to put your email ID and your password that you get on your email ID. So just logging in. So you have to get into the customer account type. See here it is connected. KBCL connected with serial number. It will be very specific because this is data. It can't be like anyone can access. So that's the reason the chart of accountants mail ID has to be given by the client in this tally. Once it is done, it will display like this. So and so company is connected. This is the serial number, and if I click on, all your records are there.
It's only view mode.
It's a view. It's a view.
Not ledger.
You can daybook, you can see ledger vouchers, you can see EB, you can see bills receivable, you can see. These are all the reports you can see.
Can we export?
Yeah. For example, you have got Excel and PDF, and here you can change the time period also. Calendar. So this is very useful while you are on the move. This is the display mode browser. We are trying to make it editable also. That is the next step. But if you want to make changes in client's data, you have to use remote access. Remote access, you don't need anything. You have to just mention your email ID and password like this, but EXE should be there. Here EXE's requirement is not there. You are just going to browser and see. But if you want to edit or do something on client's data, still the data will be at the client's place only. You will be editing on the client's computer. Okay, something like that. Client's license. So for that you can use remote access. For that also, like they have authenticated your email ID, there also they have to authenticate your email ID for remote access. Once it is done, you can do that. Okay. Okay. So this browser access is there. Next will be edit log. We'll see. Sir, you can see here, see, I have got different versions, many versions of Tally. Here something called EL, Tally Prime Edit Log is there. So this is a separate product. You have to download it separately from the Tally site. Okay. So once you create a company in Tally Prime Edit Log, it is auto enabled on audit trail. So you cannot disable it because it is only audit trail enabled, it's an audit trail enabled software. Okay, so I'm just opening it. This was asked as a requirement some 8 years back in our enterprise product. Tally Prime Server is a product which we have. It's an enterprise product. That is used by little bit medium-sized companies, where the number of entries, concurrency is more. For example, on a single data, 5 or more than 5 people operate on a single data. So there will be concurrency. So for them, we have created that new our server, Tally Prime Server. It's a data server invented by Tally. It will work only on Tally data. So it will create servlets for your clients. For example, there are 10 clients accessing a server. So we will create servlets, bits of servers for each and every client, so that every request will be processed parallelly. It will be done multi-threading. So that concept. So there they ask this audit trail that time. Meaning, if I enter the transaction, it should show me the complete changes that have been made. So that was the requirement. Now government has come out with this audit trail, so we have given it as a separate product. So now I get into okay. So I am in edit log. So here you can see it is coming. Tally Prime edit log. So it's a separate product. So again have made a change. Go to the voucher. See, there is this edit log. Enter. So here, whatever changes they make, any number of times they make, everything will be here. For example, 7th July I have made a change, 19th August I have made a change, now today I have made a change. So today's change, if I go, see, it is coming in red. So which one I have changed, it will highlight. I have changed the amount column, rate column. I changed the rate column. So this one, see here you can see basically username will come. We have not enabled the user, that is security level. That's the reason user is coming as not enabled, but it will give you with username and date and time and what is altered or changed. For example, that history is also there. See here also I have changed. I am changing only the amount. So it will give the complete track, and you can have the log also. The complete log also is available. So this will track anything, sir. For example, you change something narration, it will track that also. Anything that you change, it will be tracked. But the only thing is, once you create a company in this, you cannot get rid of this audit trail. It's not that halfway through we want to withdraw, we can't do it. So basically, we have given this decision to the chartered accountants. This is between chartered accountant and clients, how they decide. If they want to go completely on edit law, you tell us, we put it on this product and we'll give you. You want to use normal tally and you want to see how this edit log works, then in normal tally also you can enable and see. That also is there.
But in normal tally, from what to what you can't see. Only what has been changed again.
No, the same feature. Now this is the separate product, and we have whatever you are entering, it is auto enabled and you are being tracked. That is the transactions are tracked. Audit trail is there. Here in this tally, this is normal tally prime. Here in the creation of itself, we will have an option called enable audit trail or enable edit log. If you enable it, it will function like that. Same, ditto, nothing different. But you can disable it also. But that should not be done. But certain customers, after discussing with their chartered accountants, they either go in this way or that way. That is, they decide, which we don't have any say. No, we have given that. So that also is there. So this is audit log. Edit. Yeah, that one I will show. See here. This is the place where you have to enable it. Once you enable, it is showing this message. You can read it out. Now onwards, Tally Prime will keep a log of all the activities such as creation, alteration and deletion of our masters and vouchers. Additionally, for all voucher types with automatic voucher numbering method, set as automatic or multi-user alter, the number of behavior or insertion, deletion is set to retain original voucher without affecting it. So, this it will say. Meaning, it will just behave like a Tally Prime edit log. Okay. Same. In the vouchers there, in the voucher related reports, there is a edit log option. You click on it, it will come.
That's what I mean. In full view. Like what are the vouchers are edited.
One by one we are going to check the numbers and passing it later.
Consolidated view.
Okay. Consolidated view of
Edit now. When we come to notice,
Hmm.
the auditor can go on and produce.
If there is a report, it
Correct.
will be more useful.
Hmm? But once they are using it, so they are saying their angle. Consultant view we don't have. So basically the usage, the purpose of bringing it is different, so we have not given that. So but you are asking from your angle, so I'm just writing it down. Consultant view of edit log. vouchers.
Other of this,
Okay. Then final thing will see that is Tally Prime on AWS. See, Tally Prime we never went on cloud because we, that is our MD sir, PG sir, Bharat Goenka sir, has a principle that data is confidential and data is confidential and private to the customer. So because of that, we have never gone on cloud when rest of the world has gone on cloud many years before. Now customer has come in and said that we want cloud. Okay, so now we taking the interest of the keeping into mind the interest of the customer, we got into a tie-up with AWS, Amazon Web Services, because they also have same values as we have with respect to customer. So we went into a partnership and we released a product called Tally Prime on AWS. Okay, so that is Tally Prime will be installed on cloud and you can operate from anywhere. And this is very, very advantageous for people who have multiple locations and now they are doing sync, data synchronization. Between two tallies you do a process called sync to transfer data. So that is not required because single place all your data can be kept. So sync option we can rule out and you can go for cloud. So and it is very advantageous and it is very fast also. Okay, and many other advantages are there. You can have folder-wise security in Tally Prime on AWS. For example, you have got 5 states. 5 states data has to be accessed by 5 different accountants. You can right-click the folder and set permission accountant 1. Only accountant 1 will be able to see or operate on that data. That is not there in Tally, desktop Tally. Okay. So now we will see Tally Prime on AWS. So this is the first time I am connecting. So when you connect for the first time, it will take 5 minutes. Why? See, the problem is my plan is no longer active. It is saying plan validity is 20th August. Now I am logging in on 23rd August. Okay, thank you. Mine has got expired. Yes. Okay. So this is another login. So when I log in, so it is not started. So it is saying virtual office. So it's basically I tell you virtual machine. So Tally Prime on AWS we get a virtual machine. So virtual machine depends on your requirement. For example, you are a single user environment. That is only one person needs to use Tally. You will go for a single user virtual machine. You require 4 users, then we will go for a 4 user virtual machine. If you want 32 users, then 32 user VM. So it's a VM, virtual machine. So 312 hours is there for every month. Every month you have 312 hours to operate in a VM. So till that time you will not have any additional hours. Okay. So and for example, it is the start and end of the VM. For example, there may be 4 users. It's not 312 hours into 4, not like that. Your virtual machine will start today, morning 6 o'clock to evening 6 o'clock means 12 hours have gone in that 312. Simple. Okay. If one person is working after 6 o'clock also, then the final shutdown time, if it is 10 o'clock means 16 hours will get consumed in 312 hours. So that's the logic. Okay. So now this virtual office, the virtual machine will have all softwares, all computers inside that. Okay, the virtual machine, if it's a 4 user machine, it will have 4 virtual computers inside with the virtual office installed. So here that virtual office is stopped. Okay, we have to start. I am just starting the virtual office so that we can work. So while I am starting, which side is saying starting virtual office. So these are all usage report. See, usage report means out of 312 hours, how many hours are used. It will give you a device report. And this one is when every day I have switched on the machine and when I have when I have started the machine and when I have stopped the machine. And this is users management, backup. And one more thing is here you got auto backup. Whenever you start the machine in the morning, it will take a backup. And shutdown schedule is I work between 9 to 9, so I will put the schedule as 9 to 9. So you can update Telegram. So it is saying no, it may take approximately 5 minutes because it is for the first time. Only for the first time it will say like this because it has to take backup. After that, it will anybody opens, immediately it will open. So for this will function on Mac also. So that browser, Safari, you can use Safari browser and use it on Mac. Okay. Any device. And you got an option to increase the font size also here. Font size in Tally can be increased. Not too much, but little bit you can increase. And this folder-wise security and backup, these are all advantages of that. Here it will be LibreOffice. We will be using LibreOffice. So when you export to Excel, LibreOffice Excel, when you download it into your system, it is compatible with the normal Excel. Here we have 1 user, 2 user, 4 user, 8 user, 16 user, 24 user, 32 user, 42 user, 48 user and 96 user. So 48 and 96 just after it came. So maximum we can have 96 users on a single VM. This is the maximum. Basically, always the server will be on, that you know. Just now we are connecting to the server. Okay. Only we are not connected. Now we are connecting. So that once we connect, our clock will be on. So once we log out, our clock will be stopped. So that duration will be counted as usage hours. So that's the logic. So nice DCP is the computer. So am in charge of this TP and AWS in Chennai. So people say that this is very fast, and people like it, and many people have what is around 10,000 VMs we have sold in a span of 1 year. So this is how it will look like. So basically only Tally Prime will be there. So I have to reactivate my license. I have to reactivate my license because I am using it on lab. So I have to reactivate so that it will be surrendered on my laptop and it will be activated on it.
So even the shortcut keys and everything will work.
Everything will work. Same thing.
So no need to install that. So the web browser itself.
Yeah. That's what. See, there are two types. One is virtual computer. You can. I have shown you. No. This is the.
We can use the same desktop license.
No, you have to surrender the license.
Surrender the license.
But we use the same existing license.
Yeah. Same serial number you use.
Here,
See, this is the exe form of it. You can download the exe and you will have an icon like this. Okay, that is one. Second is you can go to the browser. You can go to the browser and say SSPL this login. So this login will come. This is browser and that is exe. Both is there. And whatever license you are using, you will surrender it on your laptop or on your desktop, and it will you can reactivate that on the. And the people who have multiple branches, for example, in Chennai itself, they will have 3 outlets, one in Tinagar, one in Adayar, one in Annanagar. Okay, now they will have 3 licenses. What they can do is, they can have one license, host it on the cloud, and they can use it, and a single company they can use. Yeah, multiple. So that's it. So any clarification, any doubts, anything?
Is there any provision for multi, see usually.
Multi-view.
So like, if suppose we want to just check this letter, we are usually opening 2 tabs. So any other shortcut where quickly we can open.
Super. I didn't explain that. Thanks for reminding. Basically, it's a multitasking that you are asking. First, you are doing some work. Okay. Anything you are, for example, this we first you are entering some voucher, and you want to see a report. Okay, so you have to use go-to. Go-to is the key in tally prime. Many wonders can be done in go-to. It's you can take it as a search, the Google search in tally for tally reports. One. Second, you can do multitasking through go-to. For example, see, for example, I am entering a voucher. See, I am entering a voucher. Now I get a query from a boss that he wants a report. What I will do? I will say go to. Here you have got the options. Okay. I can create voucher, another voucher. Okay. Or I can go to any of the reports. For example, I will go to balance sheet. So I have come to balance sheet. Okay. Now that voucher entry is in the background. It is in the same stage where I left. So now what I will do? Whatever I want to do, I export, I mail, whatever I will do. Then I come back. I will come back to this voucher.
So only backspace or escape.
No. You complete it and I will. I didn't do anything. See, for example, I went there, not backspace.
And simply go to.
No, no, actually, there are open reports is there.
Okay. Sorry.
And then show open report.
So it will show on the
Okay.
reports recently opened.
Hmm.
So you can
You can toggle between reports. So basically, what I am trying to say is you can multitask.
Because earlier it is maybe even sometimes we will open three tables.
See, we wanted to avoid that, and we have given this go to basically for that. See, in Tally Prime, you are not advised to open multiple windows of Tally Prime. Why? Because it will increase the RAM usage and it will decrease the speed of Tally. So previously it was happening in Tally RP9. That's the reason once you open multiple windows of Tally RP9, it will definitely increase the RAM usage and decrease the speed. Now we have made it much more faster. Why? Because the same, see, it is the same instance that we are using to make all the changes. That is balance sheet we are seeing, we are doing
Whatever
multitasking.
the reports recently I have opened, everything will come over.
Show.
Then I can just go back and I can see.
Correct. That is the show open report, meaning what is the latest thing that we have opened. So basically you can use this go to in many ways. For example, my navigation, people who are new to Tally, they have adopted to Tally only in Tally Prime. Very simple it is. Display structure reports, GST, nothing is required. I will go to and I will type GSTR1, I will get GSTR. I will say I want to see outstanding. I will say I want to see outstanding. So ledger outstanding. It will come. So it's very powerful. So more and more you use, maybe you will have more use cases than me. This is what on demo of the time I am able to show you. But since you are using it day in day out, you will have much more use cases. He is Mr. Jamil. He is my support person. So basically, even we can exchange cards, but for any support you require after product support, you can contact him. I am just typing his number. My number also I will take. they will exchange my card also.
Numbers will be larger.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
We are using the auto and taskbar below the taskbar, written desktop. Auto ID we are using it. Once we install that and 3.0, that function is not working. Here it's working, everything is working. The taskbar goes away and it's not coming back.
This one, huh?
Down, taskbar means the
Yes, sir. This taskbar.
we are using auto ID to get more space on the desktop. But when you once you install the 3.0, it's not it's going away and it's not coming.
Oh, this taskbar is not coming.
That's a big problem.
Meaning this taskbar is not visible.
Once you selected that auto-edited taskbar, it's not coming. Then we have to again start with the see all the rules.
Sir, any way to see the entry date in Tally? The entry date.
Okay.
Because in voucher there is a effective date will be there,
Correct.
voucher date,
Hmm.
and some document means document date will be there, and then the entry date, in which date the voucher is entered. Like that, huh?
Entered.
Entered.
Beginning
It's
of-
only in the edit log only, no other way. Because who ended, from the configuration itself we can see that, who ended.
Hmm.
But entry date we cannot see, only through the audit log only.
Correct. That audit trail only. That edit log only.
No other option.
No other option. See, Tally audit features, it is there, but it will say entered by, altered by. It will say, or if you take a voucher, in normal Tally I am saying, Tally audit features is there. It will say entered by, altered by, but it will not say when.
After audited it will show, so we are trying to audit altered, but internet is missing. First time, so after making entry, if you audit.
Yes, sir. There it is there, in the audit log everything is
No,
there.
not audit the thing, audit,
This everyone has made a note of it.
there is,
You have made any changes in doing BRS in like
PRS actually, auto PRS is there. That I think you all know. Auto PRS.
so you are uploading the bank statement.
Hmm.
In the company they have software, what they are doing is they will do payments in batches. So every bank they have a customized column they are giving.
Hmm.
So what they are doing, they are putting the batch number in the column.
Hmm.
So the same batch number is reflecting in the bank statement also.
Hmm.
So what they are doing is they are just uploading the bank statement in the software.
Hmm.
The software is matching with the
Batch
batch
number.
number.
Hmm. That particular software.
Software. So it is a tailor-made software. What they are doing is they are doing like this with the help of the bank.
Hmm.
All banking, online payment, they are doing bulk uploads.
Hmm.
They are giving a customized column.
Hmm.
In that column, whatever you can fill. Whatever you fill, it is reflected.
Bulk upload, sir.
Yes. All the banks are giving that option.
Hmm.
So, how the system will work is,
Hmm.
there will be batch number. That batch number will have a count. Let's assume batch number 1 you have 100 payments, the system will see the batch number, 100 counts and the amount. If the 3 matches, it will get deducted. If it doesn't matches, we have to go and see which one is not matching. We have to mark that whether payment made not.
How you will find out which one is not matching?
What will happen? The system will highlight in red color. Either the cash book item with the batch number, this two will not be matching with the bank statement, this two later will show. Or bank statement may have higher number of transactions, that bank statement, the system will highlight. So by this method, in a fraction of a second we are doing the errors.
Okay.
So in Tally what we are doing is we are just uploading and we are putting the dates. Here it is not based on the date, it is based on the batch numbers.
So even the check number also it will not pick up, the tally will not pick up.
No, sir. This what he is saying is the latest one batch number that they have developed
What
application.
big companies are doing is they are making payments in bursts.
Correct.
So what they do, let's assume evening, okay. From morning to evening, what all payments they are going to make, they will batch it. Once the batch is ready, it may be 50, it may be 60,
Correct.
they will put a batch. That batch will have a number. The system will create that number. So this number will be in that cash book. The same.
So they have sorry to interrupt. They will have a field batch number.
Yes.
Okay.
In that cash book. What they do, they download this cash book. They will upload in the bank. Bank will give a template to upload the payment. So
They will upload this cash book.
this template they will upload,
Okay.
and batch they will take a print from the bank website, and they will keep it on the batch, they will file it for their purpose. So this cash book they will download in Excel. The system will download as per the bank's template, and then they will upload in the bank website. Next day the payment will be created and it will be the bank statement. Now what they will do is, now they will download the bank statement and upload in the cash book. First from cash book to bank website, second day from bank website to cash book.
Okay.
So here, if the payment is not made due to wrong check number or wrong account number, something like that, it will reflect. So
It will reflect in
that
the
alone will put it in the respective buckets. Whether payment made not accounted, check receipt not accounted, like that. So like that they are doing BRS. But in doing BRS is very difficult. It is similar to doing manually.
see basically we have given bank statement import, whatever format they are giving.
But what happens is bank statement narration is not so clear to identify which payment belongs to
Which
which
vendor.
entry. If some companies are doing on a daily basis, then it's fine. For small company, they not be having a full-time accountant. So in that case, 15 to 20 days. Nowadays, what happens? Payments are made in GPS and all. So 50 rupees, 60 rupees. If you see the bank statement of an individual itself, per month it will go 15 pages. So you imagine a company. So how they will be doing BRS? So it should be very on later stage I say.
So we have introduced some, we have got some integration with banks also. That is also done. We have done some e-payment integration with banks, SCB, Kotak, HDFC and all, ICAI and all. And this part actually we are going to an integrated banking module we are going to introduce in the future. So that time everything will be taken it upon, whatever you are saying. But as of now we don't have this batch number.
So we know
Reconciliation.
doing BRS based on date will not work today. It may work on earlier stage. Now the payment, even single rupee they are making through banks. So let's assume if I am doing audit for a hotel, I have closed. So that's it.
Understood, sir.
Any POS module or in Tally now?
POS is there. Part of sale is it's a voucher that we have to create.
No, sir, I mean in the Tally this nothing is there. We need to purchase another software.
No. POS, you are asking point of sale only. No?
Point of sale only for small business and all.
So that you have got this voucher type, you have to create point of sale.
It's always available there. POS was always there available earlier also. It is only the printing machine which you have purchased, which you want the smaller printer, which gives only slip. That is already there in Tally, and there is something called Tally Shop.
Here you can see.
Software. There also it is available.
Here you can see that. See, use for
Caveat emptor.
Okay, they use for POS invoice.
So we know that something called caveat emptor. Buyer beware. There is something called caveat emptor. Buyers beware. So we have to be beware. Otherwise, anyone will come and sell anything and say it is already available. They will sell it to you, saying that we have done a TDL for you.
see, this one is used for just enable this. You will have the POS invoice.
Including the currency they give and what the balance you have to give. All that will come.
So everything there is.
Everything it is there. It is
It's already there.
everything there. See, many things are there. You say.
His question of ERS. See, unless the bank picks up the information and gives you, no one can else give you. Either the party, my account, either me, or my supplier, or the person who has paid to me, or the bank. These are the only three people who can give you the information relating to the transaction. Right? Unless until that information is available, passing entry automatic may not happen at all.
No, sir. So now what happens is banks are who are doing online payment, they are giving a field in that they are giving a template. In that template they are giving a field as a customer field. You can enter whatever you want. That will reflect in the bank statement. For example, if you take
I'll
HDFC,
just give you an example. HDFC does that, other banks don't do it. All the banks are not doing it. So unless and until RBI comes with a circular,
they are doing it, but we are not supposed to. But there is enough. Now Canada government has come out.
that's what that everyone is now developing. Over a period of time, everyone will develop. So once you have done that, and there's something called import bank statement, convert that into entry.
I am not talking about entry.
Just telling you, sir, please listen. Only if you listen, you will understand. There's a concept called pull the transaction and convert that into entry. It's already available. Further automation will happen only based on the information which comes from the bank. Unless and until the bank gives the entire information, which should not be on a seeking basis, it should come automatically. For example, I just had an issue last week, and it has happened on 3rd of August. I paid the advance tax amount for a particular client. The client has transferred it by GPay. He told me confirm. I said I went to look it. So he thought it has not come. So he went to the bank and said the fund has not flown, block it. So they blocked it. It has happened on 3rd of August. It got cleared in spite of the letter given. I had no communication at all. Luckily I am seeing the bank statement on daily basis. So I am saying something is blocked. For whom blocked, I don't know. So I fought with the bank saying that you should at least give me who has blocked it. How do I know? Because it's an isolated transaction which I am able to map one to one. So these kind of issues will come. These are teething problems which are there with the digitalization. Once that happens, as of now, whatever is available is captured. As it develops, this is also going to develop. So all the accounting softwares are developing over a period of time. So unless and until that information comes out, many times, just give an example. Institute is also following using tag. Now, you pay, I pay, he pays, the other, anyone pays. How much you pay for a delegate fee? Same amount. So unless and until I am smart enough to put my name when I am making the online payment, they will also not. That is the issue. So the person who are transacting, they have to be more matured enough. Saying that yes, what is getting captured, I should give my name. Say for example, when you make a payment for an online payment you make, you have to say that I am making payment against this bill number. So automatically the person who is receiving will also know that this is the bill number. These are teething problems no one educates. That is another problem. The banker also doesn't educate because they are also not educated. problem which is there, over a period of time this is all clear. Once you understand, people start implementing it. It will get clear. Till that time, you have to be with it. No software can help you. No artificial intelligence can help you. Unless and until this basic info is captured inside. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. So, any other notes?
So the export multiple lectures is also a consideration. One by one, we can do. But if we go down this,
Multiple lectures.
I want time. That's
No, you can write SQL. You can write SQL.
Query.
Structured query language. You understand the query and then you say, call all this info from ledger. Automatically it will come as a fall like this, not this way. That's the only issue.
No,
It
no,
will not
see,
fall.
you need all multiple lectures or how you need
Columnar.
Columnar format, like a GL. From
You can get
SAP, we download.
No, because usually
No, I can just-
if you want a column like that, we will
You
do
can just note it down, select, try this. This is only a simple SQL. You can expand based on this. Select, space, dollar, name. I'm just giving you a simple one. Thereafter, you have to find out how to do the transaction. Select, space, dollar, name, space, dollar, parent name.
And name is group.
Just try this. I'm just trying to give you an example. I'm not giving a solution to your question, but I'm just giving an example. Select dollar name space dollar parent name space dollar opening balance from ledger. That should be space between them. It's like a sentence. Once you control N, select space dollar name space dollar parent name space dollar opening balance space from ledger from space ledger. Then click on a button and throw you in a columnar dash. Just conclude one session and come here.
Select.
Select dollar name.
Select space.
Space பண்ணணும். Select space dollar name space dollar parent name or parent or அப்படியே கொடுங்க. Otherwise leave it as is. Just give select star from legend. Select start from ledger. See how many parameters are there only for a ledger. Only ledger. நம்ம பார்க்கும்போது எவ்வளவு காட்டுது? Around 20. There are 400 and odd. How many are there? There are 10 plus 449. So many parameters are there for the ledger. So this kind of a dump information is there inside the data, including who created, when it was created, everything is there. So if you know exactly the headers,
ODBC is possible.
ODBC there is some issues are there, but this is very clear. Because you are taking yourself. ODBC you are not taking, Excel is taking. So there could be a mismatch between the Excel parameters. So there could be an issue there. But here there is no issue because you are giving the command and it is coming in straight away Tally itself, not in Excel. This you can export to Excel. For example, you want to find out how many ledgers are there without GST number. Straight down. Take it out, filter or create a filter. There are 448 parameters, just 458 parameters just for ledger. Thank
So give all the transactions,
It will give you for all the ledgers. This
all
is
the
simple.
transactions and all the ledgers.
No, this only the
Only the
ledger.
balances.
Only, no, not even balances. It's only ledger. Anything about ledger.
No, if I want to see the transactions, say there are 10 ledgers in a particular row. Say payroll is a row, salary is a row.
I have to try it out now because it all depends on how we write the parameter. Not the writing this as
There's
a
no ready-made report available in Tally.
anyone can write. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Convey that this is possible, but we have to try parameters and everything. For example, in my office, we don't take the trial balance what comes from that. We write it. We write a trial balance. So we get whatever columns I want. Whatever columns I want, I take them, including transaction. Net transaction debit, net transaction credit, 18.
Anything else?
Sir, in Tally, this Excel import of it.
Like Excel import, you have to do it through customization. Yeah.
No other option.
No, we are coming out with Tally at Prime Release 4.0. We are coming out with WhatsApp integration and Excel import. Next release.
Next release. Now it is not there.
Now it is not there. You have to go through customization. Yeah.
There is some format or something.
Well, let us say that
Okay.
these are the commands which Tally understands. I said no dollar ledger, sorry, dollar name. That is what Tally understands. Once you give in that format,
Anything else, sir?